Good morning, everyone. So, I have another tip for you. This is an old timer tip that my grandmother and grandfather used to use a long time. I always asked them why they did it, and they said to keep an eye on the freezer. At the time, I was knee high to a grasshopper, so I didn't know. Now I understand it a little more. If you have severe weather coming, get a cup. I prefer plastic because the chance of it exploding over a cup that's glass is much better. You get a cup, you fill it, I want to say probably almost to the top. You want that space still so when the ice expands, it doesn't, spill over in your freezer as it's expanding and all that. You take a cup, you fill it with water. Put it in the freezer, let it freeze solid. When it's solid, take it out of the freezer, place a quarter as close to the center as you can. Put it back in your freezer. Now, the whole reason for this is that if you have severe weather coming, say your power is going to be up for a week. As long as you don't have kids like mine that have to stand there with our side-by-side refrigerator and freezer, and they open the refrigerator and have to open the freezer too because, the sandwich meat's going to be in the freezer for some reason, this will work great. And you can put it in any freezer. If you have a basement freezer, set it in your basement freezer. If the power goes out, as that ice starts to melt, it gives you an idea, as long as you're checking it periodically, of how cold things are still in your freezer. If it melts halfway, then you still have time to either get ice or snow or whatever you want to put in there to keep your stuff cold. If it melts all the way down and the water in the cup is warm, and you put your hand on your food and checking your food and your food is warm, my suggestion would be don't eat it. Because the last thing you want to do is have to go to the hospital in the middle of a snowstorm or an ice storm or a hurricane. It's a simple, old-fashioned way to see if your food's still good. Old-timers swore by it. I swear by it. Try it, because you never know when you're going to need it. Just saying.